Hello, my Earth Angel friends. Reverend Elvia here, founder of AngelsTeach.com. This video is a blessing for all those affected by Hurricane Sandy. I'm going to start with some sharings about what some of the community within AngelsTeach has shared about the hurricane, those affected directly and some who are observing from afar. And then I'm also going to do a reading that will give some insight to provide some support, some wisdom, some faith from the angels. I posted in our Living with the Angels community on Facebook this morning, and I invited folks to share one word that came to mind that their angels gave them with respect to the hurricane. What wisdom do they have to impart? What are the angels speaking through them about? And it was a really beautiful thing to see the words and the sharings that came through. And I'm going to share those with you now. But before I actually list these words, what I would like you to do is to put your, what I call your angelic antennae up, because one or more of these words, these messages, are going to resonate more strongly with you. So rather than hearing this list of words as just a random sharing from another community, from our community, I'd like you to really tune into the message that's here for you. And what is the lesson, perhaps, that you need to get out of all of this that has happened for many of us? And I will say, for me, on a personal front, affected by the hurricane in a big way, my father's still without power, my brother's still without power. My brother works in the financial district in New York, obviously affected there. My mother was without heat, who's been in the hospital until yesterday. So very personal for me, and yet certainly my family feels very blessed, because many have been affected in a much more dramatic way than simply losing power. Some have lost their homes, some have lost their lives, and so this is, a very, I'm hearing turning point in many of our lives. So here are the words that some of our Living with the Angels folks shared this morning. And again, have your antennae up and be looking for the message that's there for you. Opportunities. Where are the opportunities for you resulting from this hurricane? And while on the surface that may feel like, well, how can a hurricane be an opportunity? I actually was just meeting with my daughter and one of her close friends. They're living in Tokyo right now, and I said, well, maybe you guys need to come back and help with the hurricane and the hurricane relief and helping people back here. So not suggesting that that's necessarily the message for you, but certainly there are opportunities that are provided as a result of this event. Peace. How does peace affect you in light of this situation? Support. Helping one another, really observing how we come together. Compassion certainly reminds us how human we are, how vulnerable we are. Courage. Think of all those who have gone to the rescue to help others, those who the courage they needed to summon was just simply to face the storm, to be part of it, and to survive, even thrive. To observe. See how we'll work together when we work as one. Beautiful message. There's been so much unification that has happened as a part of this event. Forgive. Forgiving God. Forgiving the angels. Forgiving the universe. Forgiving Mother Earth. Forgiving ourselves. Change. Change, change, change. No more status quo, as one of our members said. That it's really been a game changer in a lot of ways, especially when you look at the areas that were hit. For many people, it's a game changer. Certainly not for everyone, but it's shifted a lot in terms of consciousness for a big portion of the United States. Perhaps a small percentage of the population, and yet a very influential part of our country, the financial capital of the world. And there's certainly a message in that. The fact that the financial capital of the world is underwater in some ways. So I'm going to do a reading, just one card here. This is from the Grace Cards by Cheryl Richardson. And I don't use this card deck a lot, so it's interesting that this is what the angels guided me to choose for a reading today. And the message is, the card is trust. I'm going to show it to you as best I can, getting used to this. There we go. Trust is the word on the card. And you'll see it's this beautiful woman who, her hair is sort of blowing from behind, actually, as I'm tuning into the card. I need a little more light here. But she's beautiful. She's holding an ocean shell, and she's, really kind of naked from this point up. And her hair is blowing from behind. The wind is at her back, and she's holding this conch shell, which allows you, many of you may know, to hear the ocean, so to speak. And it feels like it's a call to action. And that's very much the message that I'm getting from this, is that this whole Hurricane Sandy thing is very much of a call to action. It's time for healers and light workers to step forward, for everybody really, to step into your life purpose. What it is that you really, really love. That's what the exposure is here in the heart chakra and the throat chakra. It's about really exposing what you love, who you love, speaking from that place of truth and trusting that it's okay to do that. Not only is it okay, it's what's really needed going forward. So I don't always focus on the words in the card, but I am being guided to turn it over and read the message here. And it is that the more we follow our intuition, the more we'll find that the right doors open to assist us in fulfilling our life's purpose. Isn't that synchronous? And as I said, this is not a deck I'm very familiar with, and I hadn't read the quote prior to just now, and certainly it fits with the reading that just came forward. So interesting synchronicity there. There's one last thing that I want to focus on, and I will show you. It's her attire, and again, I feel like I need my reading glasses. All the angels are saying not to bother, but her attire, there's sort of some layers. They almost remind me of pieces of a shell or a cover. You'll notice, there we go, right there. It's some kind of a garb, and it's wrapped around her and coming up, but what it feels like is armor to me. And it's beautiful, and it's part of the clothes that she's wearing and what covers the rest of her body, but it feels like it's armor. It feels like it's a need to strengthen. It's a need to really have the courage, have the wisdom, have the fortitude to do what you love and to speak your truth and to trust that it's okay and that it will take some level of belief that you are protected, that you already are protected, that you don't need to do anything to be protected, that you already are. And that feels to me like it's the essence of the message there. So I'd like to close this video, this reading with you, sharing a quote that was posted on the Living with Angels Facebook page. It's a quote from Gandhi, and it's beautiful, beautiful. I hadn't read it before and was so touched when I saw this. And I want you to really receive these words and feel them in every part of who you are. So really pay attention and allow yourself to fully absorb and to receive these words. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I see your beauty. I hear your needs. I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from the highest source. I salute that source in you. Let us work together for unity and peace. And with that, I wish you a beautiful, blessed day. Be well, my dear ones, and I will see you again soon. Bye.